It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show.
Season's greetings. God bless you to each and every one of you. Welcome to the JaeTae Show.
No jingle? I just knew it was gonna be a jingle on it.
No, I'm just moving on.
Hey y'all, welcome to the JaeTae Show.
Hey y'all. There might be a jingle later. But we are ready to get into crushing, y'all. I'm telling you, the end of this chapter, we're gonna try our best to cover it all. But let me tell you, some of this stuff in this ending, let's get to it, JaeTae. There, Bishop Hill. Hey, Bishop. All right, Bishop in the building. Okay. Crushing. Y'all, we back to it. All right. Page 122. Profit from the pain.
Oh, you didn't have nothing at the beginning of the 122.
I thought we started at profit from the pain. Let me make sure. Now, wait a minute, girl. Here we go, y'all. Know we supposed to. They are really on blast time. Okay, we're cooking. JaeTae,
Can you potatoes are really going down?
Okay, welcome back. We needed to reset, and we are on 119, page 119. God pays the price. The Lord endured his own painful process to grow us into something that would become what he already is. That just hit me. Ooh, I was like, oh my gosh. I have to start it out with this. You know how I've been on the kick about the power of story. And considering the story of what Jesus had to endure, that's the path. You know what I'm saying? And yet that path leads to victory, you know? And that's the ultimate victory in knowing that the wine that he has produced as a result, we have the access to that right now. Right now.
Wow.
And so he went through it so we would have access, but it says it's going to really even say that later on. Gathering the grapes of our lives, pricked and bruised by our thorns. I do have to stop there, because just think about God being pricked and bruised by our thorns. You know what I'm saying?
But the things we do to him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The issues we have, and you know, he was saying how we wouldn't yield it over to him and things. Ooh-wee. And yet he endures it. Gives us grace and mercy.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, he is making wine out of us and his own bruised places, because it's in the crushing vats that the wine of the grapes and the blood of his feet are mixed. I thought that was just interesting. What a statement. You know what I'm saying? And just imagining, my thought was, is this how wine is made? You know what I'm saying? And that's how wine used to be made. And so what people feet begin to
Ew. Ew. I'll never eat another grape, drink another glass of wine.
oh well.
Ew. Ew.
And she'll say, I keep looking at you.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus. All right, I'm looking again.
Y'all don't understand. It's
No. Okay. No, no, at this point, I am. Well, you know what? In fact, all right, welcome back again. We had some difficulties that we needed to get through, and we are back and we're refreshed and we are ready on page 120. He is paying a personal cost for our transformation. Just the thought of that.
Powerful statement to surprise self.
Like, but the thing for me is it's for me, but I also understand that I exist among so many other people. Think about how many people we bump into on a daily basis, that we come in contact with on a daily basis. And I'm just one of them, but he knows each and every one of us. He paid the price for each and every one of us. And the thing that we are responsible first to do is to believe that and then confess that. And then we're grafted into the family, and we are able to now be transformed because of what he's already paid for us, because we believed it and confessed it. That's all it took to get in. But see, that's why we're doing the cost of a yes. Shatter the cost of a yes.
Not easy to get in,
but once you get in. But that's what I'm saying. Even with him, that he paid a personal cost. Look what he endured to get us this freedom and this salvation.
It makes you think about the people that's not saved, that have no desire to be saved or anything.
It brings me back to what we often talk about with, I don't understand what somebody else who does not believe in what Jesus has done for us.
You mean how they go through,
how they can get through the hard times of their lives? What do they tell themselves? What is their story? What is their leaning post? You know what I'm saying? And that, I think that's something that I've tried to portray, especially to do with the JaeTae show. But we'll bring it to the JaeTae show too. What I said?
I got you.
We will bring it to the JaeTae show too, and really dig into it, because all of us have competing stories that we are being told on a daily basis. Conflicting stories. Which one do you believe? Which one do you go with? Every day.
The old saying when they say the angel on this side and the evil person on this side. Which one? You know what I'm saying?
And so then he goes on to say, it costs God to see you through the process. He was asking a question, but that statement stood out to me. It costs God to see you through the process. And I'm just thinking of when I saw the word process, just thinking about the things that we have been through to get to this moment. Like, I'm thinking, like, girl, I have really traveled in my life. I have pretty much been just a free spirit, just moving about. You know what I'm saying? And that's interesting. This is the longest I've stayed in the area.
Really?
Why you say that?
No, I was laughing because you're looking at me, but you're looking away from me on this camera. That caught the last time.
Okay.
There we go.
We're sitting in the same room, y'all, and so welcome to the JaeTae show. Let me look. That's why I try to look at my camera, though.
Okay. For you to say that, and it's still so many places that you want to go. It's like you've been so many places, but it's still in the same place. You haven't been nowhere.
And you know what? It's this. I cannot shake that music and the choir and all of that is part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? that is part of me, and so I've got to keep working at it. I've been frustrated about things, but now I need to start being in touch with people and just doing the work that it requires, because something's got to give. This is, I keep hearing for myself, don't miss the moment. And I don't know, have you listened to that ILS opening session? Okay. Bishop is talking about a moment in the sermon. And I'm like, okay, God, I mean, I was already moving with it and assured to move with it because I don't want to miss the moment. And here Bishop comes and confirms that, so thank you again, Bishop. We thank God for you. We thank God for you. Keep growing and evolving. To me, that really, even though it's a question here, it was more like it's a challenge. It's a revelation that you can keep growing, keep evolving. Just go with it instead of the old conflicting story of I want to commit suicide and be done with life. No, let's go on and see what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I've grown this far. I've evolved this far. Let's see what's going to happen, because I've already seen the protection. I've seen the provision. I'm a healthy and mature adult. That's all in the paper. I can testify. Trials and trauma we endured over the years of their formation. I thought that was powerful. Oh, JaeTae, did you have anything in there?
No.
Because I'm on the roll. I'm supposed to look this way. Let me look at the camera.
My head was down, though.
Well, but still, girl, we got to go back and see. And you know what? Somebody interview us and we'll talk about these behind the scene bloopers that I'm gonna leave in here for them to be taken in. Okay. Now look at this. It costs you something to make a difference in anyone's life. JaeTae.
Yes.
Did you hear what I just said?
It cost you something. I heard exactly. I was looking for it on the page.
Oh, okay. Have you caught up yet?
Oh my God, y'all.
Okay, well. Welcome back.
First sync.
Welcome back. Okay, you back? Oh, God.
Okay.
You better try to be okay. You better try. You need to try to be. You better try to be okay. Lord, sweet Jesus.
Okay. I am together.
Are you sure you're back?
Yes. No, I am back. I just.
Yeah. I see tears in your eyes. Are you?
Come on.
You okay?
Tell you it's not okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We entered into this transaction with insufficient funds, requiring the master to do for us what we could not do for ourselves.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Wow.
You come in with insufficient funds. Oh, JaeTae.
It made me think about when you're born, how you need somebody right off the bat to take care of you.
That's right.
Literally.
Or you will not survive.
Into this world.
Mm-hmm. That's why we should never take that part of our testimony for granted. We should never take that time of our testimony for granted.
I don't think we think about that once they cut that umbilical cord, that at first it was your mother keeping you alive with the umbilical cord. But the moment they cut that, now your life is not only in God's hands, but it's put in somebody's hands that you really don't know what they're going to do with you.
Multiple hands.
Multiple, yeah, truly multiple.
Mm-hmm.
With the Bible 122, 121.
And I had to take a note. Okay, I got through that. I'm trying to move on. I really am, y'all, because this book is so good. I be wanting to continue on, but we trying to move. Are you really making a difference at all? What a question. What a question. And, you know, there would have been a time that I probably would have felt like I wasn't making a difference. Although all along I have been making a difference everywhere that I've gone. They know of JaeTae Bass. They may not, you know, I may not have the following and all of that, but let me tell you something, they know of JaeTae Bass. If I've been in the area, they know me. You know what I'm saying? And so it's been a journey, but the question is, have you made a difference? And I truly believe I have. Isn't that a blessing to be able to say that?
Truly it is. But you only read the end of that scripture. I'm gonna reach out a whole
that
scripture.
Sentence. You mean that sentence?
Sorry, y'all. Until what you seek to change has your scent on it with your blood, sweat, and tears in it. Are you really making a difference? So you're actually working, but you don't feel it. And I said the whole sentence to get that out. Like, although you feel like you are working and you feel like it should be a difference, but is there really a difference?
Is there really a difference? Wow, now that's the truth.
Because you can be working, but
wow,
there's no, there's nothing behind your work.
Wow, isn't that something?
That's just like when it always, when they say that God won't get the glory out of our life, you know what I'm saying? If we want God to get the glory out of our life, but we know my heart and stuff is not right, that he's not getting the glory out of our worship or something. That is a scary thought.
Really?
To think like, I'm doing all of this, I'm coming, I'm showing up, you know what I'm saying? And to think that if I have a bad attitude or I'm holding a grudge with my brother or sister, that my worship could be in vain.
And that's something. Lord help us. Lord help us. And that's why I honor God for the privilege to be able to move forward, because some of the stuff that happens, it just makes you want to just shut down, but we just can't do that. We just, not at this point. Not at this junction. Not at this point.
The next sentence says, we have plenty of people trying to change the nation, build a business, or begin some other enterprise, but they don't want anyone to see their feet or fear or being embarrassed by their bruises. That stood out to me.
No way.
Big time, because we hear all the time, you see my glory, but you don't know my story. But then we hear that you're supposed to share your testimony so it can help somebody else. But what about the people that has gone through things who don't say nothing or fearful to say something because of what someone may say or feel? So, is it are you embarrassed by your bruises? Or are you scared? Or are you, I guess, fearful of what somebody else will say?
That's a good question.
Nevertheless, it says,
that's
your battle scars are your personal testimony that tells me that you've been crushed. Bishop is saying, Jay, why did I close my eyes to look at you?
I don't know.
Nevertheless,
okay.
Bishop is saying, what you, I'm going to Jay. Stop. It makes me think that the scars and stuff on our body, how we cut ourselves when we're younger. Jay, please stop. You better make Jay, please stop. I'm not gonna look at you now because see you gotta stop.
Y'all,
Are you ready?
I
Are you ready? You die. Jay, y'all, it's so good to just Dr. Trey.
wait a minute.
What?
Wait, just wait a minute. Why am I the one who has to? Why am I the one who has? Why am I the one who has to be checked on at this moment? You gonna ask me?
I see.
You gonna ask me? Am I ready? But
I'm
you,
not ready.
you
Yeah,
had,
yeah.
you had the floor. You were talking.
But when I looked up at your face,
I was trying to focus in. I was getting into what you were saying. JaeTae, I don't understand.
yeah. Okay. Jay, you need to pull it together.
I'm
Real.
together.
Crazy.
It sounded to me like you trying to encourage yourself.
I mean, I was reading. I was in the store and I looked up at you and you got the weirdest face. Like you
Now
have
we
no
got
idea what I'm talking about.
Now we have to go back and rewind and see how I was looking at that moment and see if it was worth the
so
time
cracked up
for her to go sideways like she has gone sideways.
Y'all, this is a good chapter.
Took
Jay
me.
is distracting me.
You are distracting yourself
Let me
because
reread the sentence.
JaeTae Show, y'all. Welcome to the JaeTae Show.
Nevertheless, your battle scars are your personal testimony of what you have been crushed. This is what I was trying to say. When you get cut and that scar is there with you for forever, you will always look at that cut and you remember what you went through. Although some things that we've gone through, we don't physically have a scar from it. You always will never forget that will always be in your heart and your mind what you went through, what God brought you through. That's what I was trying to say.
JaeTae, you better encourage yourself to but we sure, I mean, oh God, I'm thinking about y'all. Part of being on spring break for us means spring cleaning. And it is some things to be cleaned up here. And just as she was saying that, I'm just thinking about the things in our life that need to be cleaned up, and God knows how to do that. He knows how to work that out. And so even though we have all that luggage, he's able to work with us to get through that because he's already endured it. You know what I'm saying? He's already paid the price for it. And so I hope that one thing that we can do is to take pictures of a lot of this stuff and just get a digital copy of it so I can throw the physical copies away. At least, some of the documents. Okay, you think that's a good idea? Good. So that's why I say we need some help because it's a lot of documents. A hoarder.
Not a hoarder.
I'm a hoarder.
I mean, we've seen some hoarders.
I'm a mini hoarder.
No, I think it has value
it has
to you.
Value to me. Mm-hmm.
Like every obituary for funerals that he's played.
From most of those, I have all of the obituary. I just let Rosin have one of my last ones. But I understood, so everybody knows I was there.
This next sentence says, it costs you something to be great. It costs you everything, regardless of where you find yourself in life. Mm-hmm. You pay the price to be there. Yeah. I guess What us preparing for shattered the cost of the yes, that sentence stood out to me.
Yes, it costs something, and there's a price to be paid. I highlighted both of those too. It costs to simply be ourselves. So
people don't understand that.
That's gonna be one of the utmost responsibilities is for us just to be ourselves in the planning of this and this process, because it's certainly going to be a process.
It's already a process, y'all. Just the little details of process. Still we.
But then he goes on, and then he does says either they footed the bill or someone else chipped in. That just made me think about what you were talking about from birth, which I've been saying for so long. The cost to be us, the price to be us in the earth. How much money has been spent on us since our birth to get to this moment?
Born, baby showers, gifts, and things like that.
In preparation for you. Wow. Do we really look at that?
I don't think. Although you know that it costs something.
Now we really know.
Yeah. But as a child or different things like that, I would always, and this is kind of off subject, but I hate onions and bell peppers in my food, y'all. I don't eat onions and bell peppers, and my grandmother would always cook me like my own pot of stuff, because she knew I didn't like onions and bell peppers, and I would sit there and pick them all out. And she said, one day, you're gonna think about the work that it took for me to sit here and cut up onion and bell pepper, only for you to pick it out and put it in trash. And that means nothing to a child. But to an adult who gotta cut up onions and bell peppers and slice them just to get that meal, they gotta take hours to cook. That means something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You don't think about what the sacrifice of the things from a child.
Yeah. Ain't that something? Wow. Okay.
You will have to trade something extreme value for you to become the person that God has called you to be. At the bottom of 122. Would you trade something valuable? Would you give up something to become what God has called you to be?
No, that's a good question. Something of extreme value at that.
Are you willing to exchange for your future? I would say, yeah. Me personally. To know that there's something that I've wanted, that I prayed for,
you better come
that
on.
I could see, but that I could vision, but not get my hands on. I would trade. Why not? You give a quarter for $1. Why not?
And why not?
You have anything?
The fact that you pulled that out has me thinking about it, but I see it, and I understood it, but it's saying to become the person God has called you to be. That really stood out to me, that he traded something of extreme value, but this is why. This is why, because you are becoming the person he has called you to be. And thinking about where we have been in this time and season of life and the way things are happening, it's like, let me show you why I kept you alive. Like it's starting to flow. I can say for sure, without a doubt, that my road has been filled with ups and downs. I have a very detailed record right here in this house of things that I have done and been through in these almost 42 years. And it has indeed been a journey, but the thing to think that I can see from this place the starting to, add up the cost of what it has been for me to exist to this moment. You know what I'm saying? And JaeTae, just to be able to write the book I wrote, that alone, what kind of life have you lived that's the first book you released, something like that? Divulging that kind of information.
The cost of
Because you got to show them the cost.
the cost.
And I have not understood it. Do you hear me?
I don't think nobody has.
I have not understood it. And sometimes is when God show you the worst of you. Just how nasty, dirty, and vile you can be when you make some of the dumbest decisions. And then you got to live with that dumb decision you made.
That is, you think about it, wasn't worth it.
And then when you look back and you think about it, especially in a season like this, when you single and celibate, you mean to tell me that after all I've been through, now I would wind up here? Ain't nobody got me booed up. Ain't nobody got me booed up. Ain't nobody got me. Oh, that was your jingle, JaeTae.
There it is, folks.
There and look what it was about. Okay, look what it was about. Okay, JaeTae.
You talk about your book.
No, we're moving
Are you
on.
moving on?
We need to check the food.
Great.
Y'all, we cooking.
Greatness is in the level to which God takes you from where you are finally operating with confidence, fullness in the environment He has placed you in.
Okay. I think I'm finally operating with confidence and fullness in the environment He's placed me in.
Do you? In all aspects of your life?
In school, in the church arenas, I think we're getting there.
I don't feel that way.
I
feel like God is still.
Maybe not like at T-Lock and stuff like that, but.
Right. But with T-Lock, it's not because of you. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
So technically you still can, because you're still able to write your music and do what you need to, no matter what nobody else is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
excuse me.
I feel like in my profession, yeah, because I know I've been knowing since I was a little girl that I was going to be a teacher. Like, I knew that I was going to be in childcare. I had no thought about any other thing, although I thought about nursing, but I knew where my passion was. So, other than that, in life, I'm not really sure. But I do know for one thing, it's going to be somewhere with teaching. No matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, I have personally seen you with your class, and you get it done. I salute you. You keep them on the move and on task. Okay. Well, let's see. We have a mandate on our lives to seek profitability after the agony of our crushing. Even us investing this time to share on the JaeTae show, this is us seeking profitability. Like, we want people to be able to hear this and to be encouraged to laugh or to get a word that will help them get through, because this book is helping us. And so we pray that as we share these things with you, that we're reading and getting blessed by the nuggets, because this is a masterful book. We're not just going to sit here and read it to you. We've invited you to get the book and read along with us. And so if you are going along the journey with us, you see that we're just giving you tidbits, but we're just sharing what stood out to us. And we would love for you to tell us what stood out to you, and we'll respond.
I'm going to read this little quote right here before I go on to 124. It says, like a seed, greatness lives inside of you, but it must be cultivated as He guides you through the various seasons of change. and it's the changes of life that costless transactions takes place. I brought that out because I feel said it right. Leave it up to Jay and tell me I said it wrong. How do you say it, Jay? How do you say it?
And it's in the changes of life that the costliest transactions take place.
Okay. Now, what I brought that out was because when I was putting in Shattered, I saw Shattered in this book. Whether it was about a shattering moment or just the word shattered, like 3 or 4 times in the chapter. Now that we're planning Shattered the Cost of It, yes, I think we saw the cost like 4 or 5 times already. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, things like that stand out. I know it may be weird to some people, but stuff like that stand out to me. Because sometimes I pray daily, like, Lord, if it's your will, let a sign come through. And I'm the one that needs to physically see, touch, or hear that sign. Because the enemy, sometimes you can be like, I don't know if it's the enemy or if it's God. Sorry, y'all, that was just a personal benefit, but so I'll share that. You have anything on 124? I'll go. You're being crushed right now, but there is something in you that will survive. Let's make wine.
Okay, I'm going back on 123.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to see which one I was going to actually go with, but I couldn't pass it. The cost of wine is more than worth the suffering. Jesus endured the shame of the cross for the joy set before him. It's like this is the thing that we keep saying is like the payoff of putting up with all the things that we have to put up with in life. The payoff of knowing that there is joy set before us. There is something greater in store. And the fact that we're even living this greater in this space at this time and season with hope for greater. Girl, it's no telling. We've said this for years. It's no telling where we'll be next year. There is no telling.
And with that, you know, when that time does come, and then the next year, are we gonna look, you know, are we gonna say, you know, there's more places that you can take me, or I'm just grateful that you got me here?
But you know what? Just to be in this moment with the mindset, take me, God, use me however you want to use me. I'm willing. Let's roll with it. Just to be able to say that right here means a lot after all I've already been through. So I'm sure if I make it to that moment,
thank you, Lord.
Honey, there's no telling what else I done come through that has re-solidified what I'm feeling right now. And it's just being perpetuated over and over and over. That's what I look to it being. You know what I'm saying? That it's constant victory after victory.
Yeah. That's what it's like. Are we just gonna be complacent with it? Or are we just gonna be looking for more?
And the thing is, his suffering, anguish, humiliation, pain, and shame were necessary.
That makes me think of this song that's out now. It was necessary.
And you know, it was necessary.
Because God used my mistakes. It was necessary.
Ain't that something? Okay. Jesus suffered alone. You know, I think about the things that we have to go through by ourselves. And there are, you know, Jesus had people around the time, and we have people around the time, but nobody's around all the time. And so there are times that we suffer alone, but thank God that Jesus understands our suffering.
Yeah, truly. Truly.
Bishop said, little did I know when I stood sweating in the Mississippi heat as a 16-year-old boy beside my father's grave, that not only would I survive the devastating crushing of my soul, but I would also make new wine. Girl, when I read that, I was just like, the first thing that hit me is how he starts off talking about how old he is with his at his father's grave. And you look at a person now and all they've been able to achieve and where God has brought them and established them in the earth. And we have been impacted by Bishop's ministry. Our study tonight is on Bishop, but then to read where he says part of his story is at the age of 16, he was at his father's graveside.
We don't think about too how he felt at 16. Whether your father was in and out of your life, you could still at some point pick up the phone or look forward to eventually him coming back around. At 16, he didn't have that. That was a crucial time in a kid's life. That literally could make or break you, literally make or break who you are and what you will become. Albert was 16 when he went to jail.
Wow. That
was a crucial time. In his life. And he had went through so much.
And he lost his father, at that time?
Saw his body in the Mississippi River.
Oh, God.
Yes. So that was a crucial time. We don't think, one thing now is, littles is always going to be my passion with teaching. But I found that the older kids at the school gravitate to me. I haven't figured out why yet. Because they know I'm a strict teacher, but they gravitate to me. And I'm thinking, sometimes I just be blowing them off, but I'm thinking I shouldn't do that because they're at a crucial time in their life where they're trying to go from a kid to, a young adult. That's a crucial time.
And if they gravitate to you in a good way and you can help them, you might need to move up. Would you do it? No?
I just said littles is where I belong.
So what would you do? How would you help them?
I could do like mentorship, but teaching wise, no. Because teenagers have such attitudes. They're attitudes.
But now I'm aware.
And I don't want it to, me to get upset and then I don't want to help them also. Just because they come to me and in the mornings if they frown and I force them to say something or I force them to smile. And I'm like, I don't know what they went through before they came to school.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm literally the first person that they see when they walk in the door. I'm standing at the front door.
Oh, that's so sweet, JaeTae. That's sweet.
Moving on.
Okay. Well, that's to know that you are there to help lift them up, like the welcome to school angel. That's how you have to see yourself.
Think about the Walmart greeters.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'm just kind of standing there, like zoned out the window, and then
mercy, sweetie.
Tap it like let me in this Armstrong. Oh, hey.
They have to get your attention. Oh, God.
Moving on. Sometimes I'm zoned, or if I'm, I know. Or I could have my moving on. Yeah, sometimes I am staring out across the parking lot. And then next thing I hear is a tap, tap, tap at the window. You're like, come on in. You want to come into school? That's always my question. Do you want to come in? But sometimes I have a legitimate reason to because my kids are on the wall. So sometimes they're rowdy, my back is turned, but most of the time I'm just looking out the window. So I am like the very first person that they see. Hi, welcome to school. That should give me a new approach when we go back off spring break though.
Okay.
Just be alert, pay attention, look at their mothers and fathers and even give them a wave and a smile.
Okay, go on, JaeTae.
Help me, Lord.
You better do it.
I have to use every prayer prompt.
Okay.
To keep me focused.
That's it. Stay focused, JaeTae. We've got to do it.
My story is no different from what God is doing in your life. For everything you've lost, for all that has been trampled, let's make wine. For every scar on your body and every fracture in your heart, let's make wine. For every lost relationship, every broken promise, let's make wine. For every stolen dollar and wasted opportunity, let's make wine. For every tear shed and every pain suffered, God is at work in your life, let's make wine.
God is at work in your life.
That makes me think of for every mountain you brought me over, for every trial you see me through.
All right, JaeTae, you better come on and be worked up. Well, y'all, we made it to the end of the chapter.
Oh my gosh. And y'all, I was just sitting here holding my book as in one of our laughing breaks today. And we have read more of the book than we have left.
Okay.
So it's like we're right in the middle.
We're in the middle.
So
we're well on our way.
We are on our way. We are on our way. This has been a long time coming, but it's a good read. I'm glad that we decided to pick this back up. I
decided to leave some of the laughter and carrying on in so that you all could enjoy as well, because we have a good time on the JaeTae Show. God bless you all.
Before we leave, we have an announcement.
Oh, we do have an announcement.
Yes.
It's the JaeTae Show!
50-50.
50-50. Hey, it's the 50-50. Hey, it's the 50-50. Hey, it's the 50-50. Oh. Okay.
The 50-50 fundraiser is going on right now. You still
Right
have until next week, right?
April the 13th.
Oh, what April?
April.
Well, we need to be sharing that. We need to get that pot up. So y'all have plenty of time.
It's only at $10 right now, but don't you sleep on those $10. We got plenty of time to get the pot up. We got plenty of time to get the pot up. We got plenty. Oh.
Y'all have a few weeks, literally, you have a month, a little bit over a month to sow into JaeBass Ministries, to sow. And listen, when you sow, you know that it's going on good ground. Because if you're watching the JaeTae Show, then you clearly follow us and you know that Jay's trying to work to get his projects done, his songs recorded, and that takes time and money into the studio. And that's money that he don't have in his physical pocket without help.
No.
But God is able.
That's it.
He did it before, he'll do it again. So this is your opportunity to give. You can Cash App JaeBass Ministries. You can Zelle 409-956-8791 for your entry today. The last time the winner won over $500. Miss Mama Bass won over $500. So this time, let's get it over $1,000, and he can get 1,000, and you can get. And I can get 1,000 because this time I'm claiming it. This time it's mine. You have anything? You sound like when they put me back there, but you have anything to say?
So I have a question. If your end result,
She must ask me, honey.
If your end result is $1,000, how much that mean I got out here?
Yeah. If you know the JaeTae Show, you know that I knew the Jay was going. You knew Jay was going to ask me that question. If I win 1,500 of it is yours.
What? Wait a minute.
You want the whole 1,000?
No.
500 of it is yours.
Oh.
So you'll walk on the 1,500.
Let's see. If it was 2,000?
Yes, you got 1,000 and I got 1,000. I'm giving you half of my 1,000.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you would take 500 and I would take 1,500.
Yes, Jay.
And so you would take 500 and I would take 1,500 or 2,000?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, that's 5 songs down and taken care of right there.
Back, Jay. I just said if it's 2,000 and we split it in half, I would take 500.
Oh, okay.
And then you would take 500. That gives you 1,500.
Well, wait a minute, JaeTae. If I just Lord help Jesus, have mercy. I'll try my best to continue to roll with you, but And the thing is,
what am I saying?
it is documented. Now I'm just sitting here, an innocent bystander.
Okay, tell me what's wrong about it.
JaeTae, I can't.
Because you're wrong this time.
We have gone too far.
Listen to this. $2,000 altogether.
JaeTae, we've gotten $2,000 in interest worth of donations in.
Right.
And your name is chosen because you got tickets. You're the first one who got tickets. That you have made a decision that out of the 2,000 that has been collected, you will receive 500. Okay. Now.
And you will receive what? 1,500.
Yes. But at first, what you just said was that I would receive 500 and you would receive 500.
No, we gonna review. No. We are going now. This is the time we gonna review the camera thing. I wish we had what is it called? Come on, Jay.
JaeTae, I'm thinking if I should stop this now and let it do what it's gonna do.
Once you go back,
you can play.
I'm telling you, then I would walk away with $1,000 if I win. I'm gonna bet you on this one.
What we betting? Let's get clear.
The pot. If the pot went to 2,000, that 1,000 is mine, 1,000 is yours. You losing. You losing.
JaeTae, I don't get it.
You just know you losing this bet.
That when we go back, that you didn't say that?
I didn't. I said 1,500 for you and 500 for me. I
JaeTae,
get-go.
You said 500 for me.
Don't hear that. Jay's gonna hear it.
At some other point you might have said it, but I want you to hear yourself.
Okay.
And so they are aware at this moment that it has already transpired. But then when they see this later and understand, we'll all be caught up. This is sad that we got to go through this, y'all. We'll be back. Sad. Oh, well, wait a minute. We were done with the book.
See y'all next week.
I'm gonna give y'all the detail. Because y'all already know.
It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae